Good afternoon, students. Today we are starting the new unit of your syllabus, that is engineering material. The remaining video lectures of reaction mechanisms will be uploaded after the completion of this unit. This is the syllabus of this unit. Today we are starting about the Portland cement. You know very well what is cement. In the most general sense of word, cement is a binder substance that sets and hardens independently and can bind other materials together. Cement is the general term given to the powdered materials which initially have plastic flow when mixed with water or other liquid, but has the property of setting to a hard solid structure in several hours with varying degree of strength and bonding property. Cement used in construction is characterized as hydraulic or non-hydraulic. Hydraulic cements harden because of hydration, chemical reactions that occur independently of the mixture's water content. They can harden even underwater or when constantly exposed to the wet weather. History of origin of cement. In 1824, Joseph Aspdin patented a similar material like cement, which he called Portland cement, because the render made from it was in color similar to the prestigious Portland stone. Classification of cement. Broadly, cement is classified into two major categories: hydraulic cement and non-hydraulic cement. Hydraulic cement are capable of setting and hardening underwater. For example, the most commonly used Portland cement. Non-hydraulic cement which harden in air and cannot be used underwater. For example, ordinary lime. Hydraulic cement is mostly used and further classified in many categories. Some important categories are natural cement. It is made up by calcining a naturally occurring argillaceous limestone at high temperature and subsequently pulverizing the calcined mass. Its setting is quick but has low strength. Pozzolana cement. Pozzolana is a volcanic powder. It is found in Italy near Vesuvius. It resembles surkhi, which is prepared by burning bricks made from ordinary soils. It can also be processed from shells and certain type of clays. The percentage of pozzolana material should be between 10 to 30. Slag cement. You know about the slag. Slag is a waste material obtained in blast furnace of the metallurgy of iron. Slag cement is a hydraulic cement formed when granulated blast furnace slag is ground to suitable fineness and is used to replace a portion of Portland cement. It is recovered industrially as a byproduct of an iron blast furnace. And the Portland cement. Portland cement is the most common type of cement in general used around the world as a basic ingredient of concrete, mortar, etc. It is made up by calcining the mixture of argillaceous and calcareous raw material, clay and lime at about 1500 degrees Celsius. We will discuss about the Portland cement in the next slides. It is the general chemical composition of Portland cement. Cement major ingredients, their percentage: lime 60 to 70%. Functions: too little lime reduces the strength of cement. If its content is higher, it gives high early strength but generally increasing the setting time. Too high percentage of lime produces cement of unsound quality and makes it liable for disintegration. Silica 17 to 25%. Its higher percentage increases the strength and usually prolongs the setting time. High silica cement do not attain their full strength for a considerable period. Alumina 3 to 8%. Its higher percentage increases the strength and reduces the setting time. Iron oxide 2 to 4%. It imparts the grey color in cement, impart the strength and hardness in the cement. Magnesium oxide 1 to 5%. Improve the functionality of lime and contribute to the soundness of cement. It is also an important property of cement which are discussed in the coming slides. Sulfur trioxide, it imparts the soundness to the cement. Alkali oxides 0.3 to 1.5%. if present in excess causes the cement efflorescence. Manufacturing of cement. These are the raw material of the cement. Broadly, two major materials are used in the manufacturing of cement. First is calcareous material. These are the source of lime. The following calcareous materials are used: limestone, this is calcium carbonate; chalk, shell, calcite, argillaceous material. These are the source of silica, iron oxide and alumina. The following argillaceous material are used for the manufacturing of cement. This is clay, sand, slate, blast furnace slag, etc. Manufacturing process. The cement may be manufactured by two methods, dry process and wet process. Either dry process or wet process is complete manufacturing process involve the two steps: crushing, mixing, burning, grinding and packing. In the coming slides, in coming lectures, we will discuss about the dry process, and next then we are discussing about the wet process. Now we are starting the manufacturing of cement by dry process. When the available raw materials are quite hard, then this process is used. The cement by this process can be prepared by using the following operations. First, the mixing of raw materials. The raw materials, that is argillaceous and calcareous, which are discussed in the previous slides, are undergo the following stages. Crushing. The raw materials first of all are broken in crushers to small fragments that vary in size. Drying. The crushed materials are dried by heating at a sufficiently high temperature. It may be done in drying kilns. Reduction of size. The drying material are then grind by using ball mills and tube mills to reduce the size of materials to fine powder. Mixing in correct proportion. The finely dried materials are mixed in exact proportions. The mixing may be done either mechanically or by pneumatic methods, that is pumped under pressure. And finally, burning and grinding. These operations are same as for wet process except for the mixing of raw materials. In the dry process, the raw materials mix fine and then fed into clean, whereas in wet process the raw materials are crushed separately and then directly mixed in correct proportion in the presence of water to make a fine thin paste known as slurry.